It was the zenith of human curiosity and ambition, a testament to our boundless desire to explore beyond the next horizon. In the 1960s, the Earth stood still as humankind reached out to touch another celestial body, the Moon. This story isn't merely about a journey across space. It's a saga woven into the very fabric of the Cold War era, marked by a tangled web of technological triumphs, fierce national pride, and a relentless quest to push the boundaries of what was possible. On July 16, 1969, the world's gaze turned skywards as Apollo 11, a vessel no larger than a modest living room, embarked on a voyage destined to be etched in history. 3 astronauts, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins, sat perched atop the monumental Saturn V rocket, the culmination of years of feverish work and dedication. But what propelled them wasn't just the combustion of rocket fuel, it was the fiery spirit of competition that delineated much of the era's geopolitical landscape. The stage was set, and the stakes were astronomical. As the engines ignited and the spacecraft lifted off, the hearts of millions synchronized with each roar, each ascent, each phase separation. This was no ordinary journey. It was our collective leap into the unknown, driven by the undying human spirit that looks to the stars and wonders, what if? Beyond the horizon of our blue planet, Apollo 11 carried the hopes and dreams of an entire species wrapped in the stars and stripes, venturing into the vastness to take humanity's first true step into the cosmos. In the wake of World War II, a new kind of conflict emerged between the United States and the Soviet Union. This confrontation, known as the Cold War, was marked not by direct combat, but by political tension, military competition, and a race for technological superiority. Central to this struggle was the space race, an extension of the ideological clash that would see the two superpowers vying for dominance beyond our planet's atmosphere. It was against this backdrop, in the late 1950s, that the U.S. government felt a pressing need to respond to Soviet space achievements, most notably the launch of Sputnik, the world's first artificial satellite. In a decisive move to not just catch up, but to lead, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA, was established on July 29, 1958. With the national pride and military implications of the Cold War ever present, NASA aimed to demonstrate American ingenuity and resolve. This was to be exemplified by the Apollo program, whose official goal, as famously pronounced by President John F. Kennedy, was to land a man on the moon and return him safely to Earth before the decade was out. It was an ambitious declaration, fraught with challenges on a scale humanity had never faced. Beyond the geopolitical objectives, the Apollo program promised to push the boundaries of science and technology, driving innovations that would trickle down into various facets of everyday life. The goals of the Apollo program were manifold. They included developing the ability to conduct extensive scientific exploration of the moon, which could bolster our understanding of Earth's only natural satellite. Equally important was the pursuit of building the technology to support human life in the harsh conditions of space, a critical stepping stone for all future manned missions. The program was also seen as an opportunity to foster international respect and cooperation during a period of great global division. Indeed, the journey towards achieving the first human steps on the lunar surface was as much a technical endeavor as it was a demonstration of human potential and the unyielding spirit of exploration that has long defined our species. The narrative of the race to space is both compelling and complex, underscored by a feverish rivalry between two global superpowers, the United States of America and the Soviet Union. It is the late 1950s, and the world stands on the brink of a new frontier, one that will crown the victors with scientific prestige and military advantage. October 4, 1957, marks the unprecedented milestone. Sputnik, a Soviet satellite, breaks free from the Earth's gravitational pull and takes its place among the stars, leaving the West in silent dismay. This cosmic conquest spurred a catalyst of change within the U.S. government, igniting an urgency that would inevitably lead to the forming of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, better known as NASA, in 1958. The mission was clear: surpass Soviet achievements and lead the race to space. Nevertheless, the road to the moon is fraught with tribulations. The early years saw America grappling with failed launches and public skepticism as Project Mercury strived to send the first American into space. It wasn't until May 5, 1961, that astronaut Alan Shepard would make America's inaugural suborbital flight, a triumph, albeit faced with the Soviets' already successful orbital flight of Yuri Gagarin just a month prior. In the following years, the space race would embody not just the clash of competing ideologies, but also the spirit of innovation and exploration shared by humanity. The world watched, captivated by every broadcast. Every child who looked to the stars now saw heroes in spacesuits. Each setback and success, each test launch and televised speech added layers to this era's rich tapestry. The crushing defeat felt when the Apollo 1 mission ended in tragedy in 1967 was matched by the collective resolve to continue forward, leading to the monumental successes of Apollo 8's lunar orbit and Apollo 10's dress rehearsal for the moon landing. Beyond the high stakes of geopolitical dominance, it was the political pressure, combined with the unwavering public fascination, that propelled the race ever onward. Be it the Luna program's unmanned lunar missions from our Soviet counterparts or Gemini's spacewalks and dockings, these feats of scientific prowess stirred the imaginations of millions and paved the celestial highway towards one of humanity's most extraordinary achievements, waiting quietly on the horizon, the Apollo 11 mission. As humanity stood poised to make a monumental leap, the team behind Apollo 11 faced a gauntlet of engineering challenges that would push the era's technological prowess to its absolute limit. Crafting a vessel for lunar travel required surmounting hurdles unlike any encountered before. Thermal protection was paramount. The spacecraft had to endure swings in temperature of hundreds of degrees, from the frigid void of space to the scorching re-entry through Earth's atmosphere. The solution came in the form of advanced materials and design, creating a heat shield capable of withstanding these extremes. Further complexities lay in life support and navigation systems. They had to be not only flawlessly reliable, but also meticulously designed to conserve space and weight. The lunar module, known as Eagle, embodied such innovation, its spidery form being the first spacecraft designed exclusively for extraterrestrial travel, never to enter an earthly atmosphere. Meanwhile, the command module, named Columbia, would serve as the crew's sanctuary, equipped with the vital resources required for the 8-day mission's duration. Charged with piloting these marvels of engineering were 3 astronauts: Commander Neil Armstrong, whose steely nerves and piloting prowess were complemented by his PhD-level understanding of aeronautical engineering; Command Module pilot Michael Collins, whose expertise lay in not just aviation, but also evasive maneuvering and rendezvous techniques; and Lunar Module pilot Edwin "Buzz" Aldrin, a mechanical engineer with a scintillating intellect for orbital mechanics. United, this team symbolized the pinnacle of human skill and determination. Their mission plan was an exercise in precision. The Apollo 11 crew would launch into Earth orbit atop a Saturn V rocket, still the most powerful machine ever built by human hands. Once in orbit, they would set a course for the moon, where Armstrong and Aldrin would make their descent to the lunar surface in the Eagle, leaving Collins orbiting above in the command module. Upon their return, a complex docking maneuver awaited, a crucial step towards their safe journey back to Earth. Indeed, this plan was not merely a testament to human ingenuity. It recognized the profound credo that through unity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge, the complexities of the cosmos could be navigated. The meticulous preparations for Apollo 11 illuminated the commitment to transcend the boundaries of reason, to conquer new horizons, and in doing so, fulfill humanity's relentless ambition to explore. Amidst the palpable tension and fiery exhilaration of a nation's collective heartbeat, the Apollo 11 crew, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins, stood ready to inscribe an indelible mark upon human history. As July 16, 1969 dawned over the Kennedy Space Center, the giants of science and engineering had meticulously choreographed the sequence that would soon bolster humankind into a realm beyond Earth's embrace. The clock counted down, each tick resonating with the dreams of countless individuals who had toiled towards this singular monument of human achievement. The ignition sequence commenced, engines of the mighty Saturn V rocket roaring to life, an orchestrated fury of flames and raw power. Inside the command module, Columbia, hearts raced, and hands were steady, the culmination of years of training and preparation poised on the knife edge of reality. As the spacecraft broke free from the surly bonds of gravity, vibrations thundered through the cabin. The astronauts, secured in their seats, experienced the relentless G-forces that pressed them deep into the fabric of their flight suits. Armstrong, with an air of tranquility belying the monumental task at hand, commanded the vehicle through the initial ascent. Aldrin, calculating and poised, monitored the instrument panels, ensuring no detail was left unchecked. Collins, the eternal guardian of the journey, remained focused on the task of piloting the command module. Reach for the stars had never been more literal as the stages of the Saturn V fell away, each executed with precision that defied the immense complexity of their design. The silence of space enveloped Columbia as Earth's blue sheen receded into the distance. The trio orbited our planet twice, the beauty and fragility of their home etched into their memories, a poignant reminder of the vastness awaiting their exploration. Their trajectory was true, and their focus unwavering as they initiated the translunar injection burn. The fires of determination propelled Apollo 11 on the path to the moon, a 3-day voyage through the cosmos. Suspension in the starkness of space offered moments of introspection, each astronaut absorbing the significance of their mission and the myriad of sensations that accompanied this celestial traverse. With every passing second, the boundaries of human exploration expanded, Apollo 11 carrying with it the hopes and dreams of an entire species. From within the confines of Columbia, Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins symbolized the pinnacle of human curiosity and tenacity, their eyes fixed upon a distant, cratered horizon that beckoned them forward. The journey to lunar orbit had truly begun. As the Eagle module separated from the command module Columbia, astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin faced the culmination of humanity's bold quest, the descent to the moon. It was July 20th, 1969, and the world held its breath. Guided by computers less powerful than today's smartphones, the lunar module began its treacherous journey downward towards a landscape strewn with boulders and craters. The descent was fraught with challenges. Alarm codes flashed unexpectedly, indicating potential system overloads, with alarms such as 202 and 201 briefly interrupting the astronauts' concentration. Despite this, Armstrong's steely nerves prevailed. Inside the module, the astronauts could see the surface of the moon approaching, the desolate expanse growing ever clearer through the small triangular windows. As they drew closer, Armstrong realized that the onboard computer was guiding them towards a perilous area, strewn with boulders. In a split-second decision that may well have saved the mission, Armstrong took manual control, searching for a safer landing spot. Amid a rapidly depleting fuel supply, with only seconds' worth of fuel remaining, his hands deftly directed the spacecraft. The tension reached its zenith as Mission Control, along with millions listening on Earth, awaited the outcome of this unprecedented venture. "Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed," Armstrong's voice crackled over the radio, signaling a successful touchdown at 2017 UTC. The module had come to rest in the Sea of Tranquility, an aptly named site for such a historic landing. The monumental scale of this achievement rang through the simple words, marking the end of a journey, but the start of an era unbound by Earth. For a brief moment, time stood still, and then the cabin erupted with the voices of Aldrin and Armstrong, a mix of professional triumph and sheer human emotion. They had done it, navigated the gauntlet of space, survived, and brought humanity to an entirely new world. Armstrong and Aldrin, cocooned in their futuristic spacecraft on an ancient celestial body, had a few hours to ready themselves for the next giant leap, setting foot on lunar soil. But in these first few moments after touchdown, they represented not just their country, but their species. With heartbeats heard around the world, they paused, taking in the magnitude of the moment that transcended nations, and spoke of what humans could achieve when bound together by curiosity and courage. As the lunar module Eagle steadied its descent toward the moon's desolate terrain, all eyes and ears from around the world were tethered to this moment. The anticipation hung thick in the mood of mission control and those watching from afar, the collective pulse of humanity skipping a beat. On July 20th, 1969, a calm voice crackled over radio transmissions, immortalizing the words, "Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed." Commander Neil Armstrong informed a breathless Earth of their successful touchdown upon an extraterrestrial land. It was a triumph penned into history, the overture of an age-old dream being realized. With a brief pause in the silence of space, the hatches were opened, and Neil Armstrong prepared to embark on an unprecedented odyssey. Descending the ladder, humanity inched closer to a new epoch. Armstrong's boots finally made contact with the fine, powdery surface, rendering a once unreachable world suddenly within grasp. "That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind," he declared, etching these sentiments not just on the plaque left on the moon, but into the heart of human consciousness. There, under the pale glow, he lingered for a moment, absorbing the reality of solitude and conquest. Together with Buzz Aldrin, Armstrong then ventured into a landscape that was both desolate and awe-inspiring. Their silhouettes cast shadows upon the gray expanse as they planted the American flag, an emblem of their nation's commitment to exploration and discovery. The astronauts went about their duties, collecting lunar rock and soil samples, setting up experiments to provide ongoing data about the moon's environment, like the seismic activity recorder. These activities, finite in duration but infinite in their implications, opened the floodgates for scientific enlightenment. While Michael Collins orbited above, alone yet vigilant within the command module Columbia, Armstrong and Aldrin's 2 hours and 15 minutes on the lunar surface were laden with tasks. But it wasn't devoid of introspection or human moment. The iconic images of boot prints on the moon encapsulated the spirit of their venture, the photographs another testament to the bravery and ingenuity of all involved. Even in this desolate world, human curiosity and the quest for knowledge shone through the insatiable need to explore and understand. As the lunar module eventually reconnected with Columbia on its homeward journey, Earth welcomed back its intrepid sons. The three astronauts returned not just with physical specimens, but with a new perspective, a recognition of Earth's fragility and unity in the backdrop of the cosmos. Their footsteps on the moon laid down a path for future explorers and dreamers, an unforgettable embodiment of human potential and determination. It was July 20th, 1969, when humankind took that one small step on the lunar surface, forever altering our view of the cosmos and ourselves. The Apollo 11 mission not only won the United States the space race, but it also captivated the entire globe, with an estimated 600 million people witnessing Neil Armstrong's historic steps on live television. This unprecedented event unified nations in shared awe and wonder, bridging geopolitical divides, if only for a moment. The immediacy of its impact is palpable even today, as it continues to inspire dreamers and doers alike. In the scientific community, the fallout from Apollo 11 was seismic. Rock and soil samples returned by Apollo astronauts, amounting to 382 kilograms of lunar material, expanded our geological horizons and contributed immensely to our understanding of the moon's composition and history. The moon rocks turned out to be invaluable to scientists, shedding light on the processes that shaped not only the moon, but the Earth as well. Technologically, the mission propelled advancements in various engineering disciplines. Innovations necessitated by the Apollo program found their way into civilian applications. From the miniaturization of electronics, leading directly to the development of the integrated circuit, to improvements in flight software that bled into numerous industries. Every bit of Apollo technology spun off in some way. For instance, computer microchip technology advanced rapidly as a result of the demand for small, lightweight computers to manage the spacecraft guidance systems. Moreover, the development of the portable life support system in Apollo spacesuits has translated into improved high-performance athletic wear and even improvements in air tank systems for firefighters. The scratch-resistant lens technology, initially developed to protect space helmet visors, is now ubiquitously applied to consumer eyewear. In medicine, digital signal processing techniques, conceptualized for computer enhancement of moon images, are now the basis for CT and MRI imaging, revolutionizing diagnostic medicine. Admittedly, the political climate of the time was steeped in competition, but Apollo 11's legacy transcends the Cold War narrative to encompass a powerful and enduring message of peace. The inscription left on a plaque on the lunar surface reads, "We came in peace for all mankind." This was a mission that, above all, showcased what humanity could achieve together, a point that resonates through all subsequent endeavors in space exploration. Venturing into the unknown, the story of humanity is painted with the brushstrokes of exploration. From the ancient mariners navigating by the stars to the modern-day astronauts orbiting our Earth, this undeniable urge to explore has propelled us forward through the ages. It was this same impulse that ushered in one of humankind's crowning achievements when, in 1969, Apollo 11 painted footsteps upon the surface of the moon. As Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin etched lunar dust under their boots, it wasn't just a triumph for the United States, it was a monumental chapter in human history. Their footprints, now an eternal symbol, signify more than the conquest of space. They crystallize our species' relentless curiosity and indomitable spirit. The legacy of Apollo extends far beyond those first steps, seeding dreams of galactic horizons in the hearts of the young and old. Today, we stand on the shoulder of these giants as we gaze once more toward the heavens. The International Space Station, the planned lunar gateway, and the ambitions for human boots on Martian soil are not mere continuations, but an expansion of the path the Apollo missions carved. As we transition from explorers of a planet to voyagers of a star system, we honor the legacy of Apollo by pushing farther, reaching higher, and dreaming bigger. The collective yearning to explore is not just a part of our past, it's a guiding light for our future. When we reflect on the courage of the Apollo 11 crew and all those who played a role in its success, we're reminded that the spirit of exploration and discovery knows no bounds. Our journey into the cosmos continues, ever driven by the same question that has fueled human ambition since time immemorial. What lies beyond the horizon? As this episode of our Daily History podcast comes to its close, let's carry that question with us. Let's move forward with the courage of astronauts, the wisdom of engineers, and the curiosity of a species that looks to the stars and sees not just points of light, but destinations. This is the legacy of Apollo, and it's a legacy that we all share as denizens of this pale blue dot, reaching out into the vast expanse of the universe. Thank you for joining us on Daily History Podcast. If you've enjoyed this expedition through the pages of history, remember to subscribe and leave us your feedback. Curious about another historical adventure? Drop your suggestions in the comments below, and the one with the most likes could be our next topic. Until then, keep exploring, and we'll meet again on the next episode of Daily History Podcast.